Submitted for your approval. A fan-based show who encompasses the multi-twined multiverse of superheroes, villains, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and action comedy. All whose genesis stems from the printed page of the comic book. At the logo streaming towards your head, you've just entered into Comics, Cons, and Beyond. Welcome back to Comics, Cons, and Beyond, gang. How the hell are you? Glad you could be back to join us. We are here in front of Edwards Theaters, Mira Mesa, our favorite place to go see a movie. And what are we going to be seeing tonight that we are doing this little special presentation for?
Ghost in the Shell.
Hell yeah, Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. Thank you, Bob.
I was like, Masamune?
No, actually, that is the creator, Masamune Shirow. That's right. Ghost in the Shell 25th year anniversary. Actually, they actually are streaming that, the animated movie for the 25th anniversary on Netflix, which is awesome. But the live action took quite some time to, bring to life and to realize, and it was something that he's been wanting to do for a very long time. And according to all the interviews and behind the scenes, once he saw Scarlett Johansson, and I believe it was Lucy, he knew right then that she was the pick for the lead character in Ghost in the Shell. And I could not be happier because I absolutely love Scarlett Johansson. Agreed?
Oh, yeah. Just if she's anywhere near the character she plays, Justin, was it the Avengers, Black Widow?
Oh.
So she was fun and dangerous. I'll be happy. Definitely be happy.
Oh, yeah. Should be a blast.
Mm-hmm. What was the other thing? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, what was it? It was, I want to point out something else for just the idea of, like, this film, just to set it up for you. Some of the set design for this film was taken from things such as, like, Pinterest, from fans who have continued to make their own content for what they felt the series should look like. So they've actually kind of crowdsourced a little bit this. So a lot of the things you see in the film are inspired by a vast group of people putting together their passion for this series. So the visuals alone are just going to be mind-blowing, so I expect.
Oh, for sure. And again, that just goes to prove what we've known for the longest time. These type of genres, this form of medium, comic book, anime to movies, what have you, that the whole encompassing universe, multiverse, is strictly fan driven. It truly is. I mean, everybody who's gotten into this industry were once fans of something else themselves at one time. And that's one thing that's wonderful about this, because the fans, the creators are really finally listening to what the fans truly want.
Yeah, no, I think the one thing that excites me, and I've brought up with these gentlemen here, is that it means a lot for this genre. I mean, for the live action, the anime to live action kind of thing. One of the things that's come down the pipeline is there's hearsay of Akira going out there, which I think no one here is going to have any complaints with if they wind up executing it perfectly or well, or any way you want to tackle that.
No, Akira, if that was live action, I mean, we think that the special effects for this one, for Ghost in the Shell, is going to be mind-blowing. Yeah. If anybody's ever seen the animated movie of Akira, my God, the creature effects, the morphing, everything about that, if they were to do that live action, forget about it. I think that would set a new standard. It really would.
Honestly, I thought a lot of things from Lucy stole from Akira. The visuals, especially how her flesh expanded and became that weird tentacle monster, that is heavily Akira. Oh, that could be sick. It could be sick with its modern effects.
Which I think would obviously explain why we kind of went in this direction with Ghost in the Shell. But I mean, honestly, it's really exciting, and I'm kind of excited to see how this movie winds up turning out.
And on that note, as soon as we're done, we'll do a little recap.
This is Major. I'm on site. I'm going in.
You are the first of your kind, but you're not invulnerable.
Maybe next time you can design me better. Everyone around me, they feel connected to something. Connected to something I'm not. What are you?
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Words like violence break the silence. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here.
I don't know who to trust.
You trust me, right?
I know I have a past. I'll find out who I was.
Everything they told you was a lie.
Who are you?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
All right, well, this was a kick-ass way to spend an evening. A great special, Ghost in the Shell, phenomenal movie. And we have a couple fans that are going to give us their opinions.
Hello, my name is Hector, and I thought the movie was pretty cool because it's kind of like it talks about the future and how things are gonna be. So I think it's pretty cool, you know, to have an idea to how things are gonna be or something like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome, and you?
My name is Dominic, and I have to agree with that. It was actually pretty cool. I like the effects and the storyline, and on top of that, I love how they were talking about the consciousness because, you know, you say your brain is your soul, and it was just a really interesting concept. So it was really interesting movies.
That's cool. Well, what'd you think about it visually? Have you ever seen the animated movie?
Actually, I have not seen the animated movie, but I have heard good things about it.
Definitely something to see after this movie for sure. What about you, Hector?
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I think it'll be great because this one is pretty cool. So
Well, they do have it streaming on Netflix, so if you got Netflix, definitely check it out. But visually, what was your anticipation going into the movie, and did it meet your expectations?
yeah, definitely. Because when I first saw the trailer and I saw all these like images, it was pretty cool. So when I was watching the movie, I was like, man, like it's like some other thing, man, like all these future things and everything. So it was pretty cool, man.
Awesome, and you?
Well, I think, you know, after seeing the trailers quite a few times, I thought it would actually met my expectations as well because, you know, from what I saw in the trailer, it showed, it delivered. Let me put it that way. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, well, fans, you got it from a couple of fans and their perspective. All right, gang, well, that was awesome. We just got done, as you know, watching Ghost in the Shell, the live-action version of the animated movie that came out 25 years ago, almost to the day, but not quite, but definitely 25 years ago. And seeing it in the live-action perspective was pretty freaking awesome. What did you think? I mean, I liked it.
First, I can say that Scarlett Johansson is in it. That was what the answer you were looking for on the last episode. Just in case.
You mean the last portion of this? Yeah,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Well,
yes.
and just in case there's any confusion, I think I got that down this time, right?
Was it? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that it was her. There was just you know, it's a lot of CGI, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, he did look at the opening credits and the closing credits. What character did she play?
I don't know her exact. Well, I mean, obviously it's the main character.
Someone wasn't paying attention.
Is it like Montako or?
The
Well,
major.
yeah, obviously.
But Motoko.
yeah.
Motoko. No spoiler. No spoiler.
What? Do you want to say the character's name?
Yeah, wait, the proper way of saying it. Could you?
Montoko.
Montako.
Huh?
Yeah.
Motoko.
Motoko.
Oh, okay.
Now that we've
Tomato, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I mean, this was an awesome. I mean, they did an incredible job with this movie.
That set design was out of this world. Like, I can't believe how. Honestly, I felt it was more like watching Blade Runner for the first time. The set design was so out there.
And honestly, I think I'm even more excited to see Blade Runner now that I've seen that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird reaction, but yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, I'm like, you can actually do a movie that looks this cool, like, futuristic version of impression of from like the 80s idea what the future would look like in a dark, stark world. Like they nailed the fuck out of cyberpunk.
Yeah, they did. They really did. But the thing that really, I don't know, just perplexes me about these movies that are set in the future with all this incredible, wondrous, phenomenal technology, and they still have junk ghetto cities with trash, pollution. I mean,
So I think
what are they trying to say about us as a species and our society?
So there's this. If anyone in here or anyone out there has wanted to playing or seen kind of the Deus Ex kind of storyline, I think the perception is that people start to rely so much on technology that the world around them, like physically, starts to decay. So they plug in basically to the grid for so long that it's just that everything else around them starts to fall apart and turn into slums because they can all wind up, living the life that they want. Alternatively, they don't have to move, they don't have to go anywhere, their houses look trashy, the food's all over the floor. I think it's that same thing and it's kind of related in everything that I've ever seen. You've got Deus Ex, you've got Ghost in the Shell, you've got Blade Runner, you've got this part of the world that's very slummy just because people are so focused on technology that it kind of starts to feel like a drug.
Yeah. Well, again, that's the one thing that was kind of going through my mind is that they can do all these incredible things, these wondrous, miraculous things, but they can't clean up the environment.
Well, that's the thing in that storyline. That's just after World War III, and so that's like all of China got evacuated onto the island of Japan. Like that's how bad the war was. Like this, just I don't want to go into too detailed, much canon shit, but like this cool stuff because like Major recruits the entire squad from people she fought in World War III. Like those are like the guy who's missing an eye because she fucking gunned it out. But anyways, that's another storyline. If you watch the series, it's sick as hell, especially. But I gotta say, for the fans who watched all the Ghost in the Shell stuff, it steals from everything. It steals from the original film, a little bit of the second one, standalone complex, a little bit of Laughing Man, which surprised me. I didn't expect Laughing Man, and then the newest reboot, Rise, on the Netflix show. Yeah, it steals a little bit from everything. It's pretty sick. You see little tidbits from shows and lined up shots. It's pretty fun.
Now, based on the ending, do you think it left itself wide open for a sequel?
I doubt it. I would like that to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Because unless this film just kills it in the theaters, which I don't think there's enough fans to go see it, I don't think they'll give it. I don't think they'll continue with it. I think they're just trying to open up a door and see what can work, and then pick maybe easier series. Like Akira is an easy win.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, you have that. Akira's, Anyways, but I would love it to happen, but I don't think it will, unfortunately.
Bob?
I mean, I'm kind of with him on this. I mean, necessarily to see whether or not they actually go in another Ghost in the Shell direction or whether or not they kind of just open up that door. I'm just really glad they went with this perspective because honestly, I mean, we've obviously brought up Akira, which is exciting. I mean, honestly, it's nice to see that they did something and they tried it and it worked. I think that anybody who goes out there and sees this movie is not going to be disappointed. I mean, it's good as a standalone. I think that if there was kind of a spin-off, it'd probably just be a disappointment, honestly. Because they really, like you said, they covered a lot of bases in it when they did the movie. So everything else would be kind of like unexplored territory.
Yeah. Well, and plus too, it would have to live up to such grandiose expectations that they just set with this movie.
Yeah. If you don't spend as much money on the next one, it doesn't look as good. Because even if you don't like the film and the story's weird to you, the set design's amazing. I know it's a weird thing to say about a film, like, oh, look at the background. That's the best part. It was amazing.
It was visually stunning, big time. So this, and actually one of the previews, this is getting me pumped and ready for Valerian. And I know we talked about that 5 months ago from this guy right here, but seeing more and more of the trailers, I'm getting excited about it.
It's definitely a nice step in that kind of. I know, honestly, everyone's getting tired of CGI, but it's kind of one of those things where if you're going to do CGI, and we all kind of expect it at a certain point, make it beautiful. You know what I mean? Make it so that it's something we haven't seen before. Whether or not it be a new Avatar, or whether or not it be, what it seems Valerian's going to be. I just want to see something that when I look at it, I'm not just bored. Like it's not just another Star Wars or something. It's exactly what I'd expect.
It's something new and exciting to make us to kind of create that new awe in how the technology can portray realistic animation.
Absolutely. It's getting to the point where we've seen it before. It's same storyline, same characters, just different skins. So if they can kind of take something that everybody's seen and take it to the next level, no matter where it's at, whether it be storyline, characters, or just the background, I'm all for it, honestly.
Well, kick ass. Any closing statements for this Ghost in the Shell special?
Maybe watch some of the series on Netflix, the ones that have been recently released, because you got the original movie, you have the second gig, which is the 2 or 3 season television show, and then you have another series that Netflix put up called Rise, which is kind of like two movies, I guess you'd say. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to define because they keep restacking it. But those will give you an idea for the background. The movie deviates from the origin story, but those ones, it's still the same premise. It's just different timelines. It's
Kick ass, Bob.
I mean, this is always a interesting world to explore. I'm a big fan of Deus Ex, so as far as getting involved with artificial intelligence or how humanity winds up correlating or progressing in humanity as far as technology goes, it's always something that is close to my heart. It's something that's intriguing, and it really kind of brings you across that line. What is human? What is your perception of it? So I definitely go beyond Ghost in the Shell and say explore that kind of genre, honestly.
And we want to hear from you, of course, always. So give us a comment. If you haven't seen the movie yet, see it. Once you do, let us know what you think. If you haven't seen the original animated movie, or if you have, let us know in that little comment box right below this frame. Yeah, right there. And like us, of course. Subscribe. Tell your friends. And as always, for Comics, Cons, and Beyond, I'm Lawrence.
Adam.
And always Bob.
What about Bob?